It's safe to say that Ninjago is pretty popular. Well, popular enough I suppose. And with anything's popularity comes merchandise, and lots of it. Just like a Pokemon, they'll slap that little yellow rat's face onto literally anything. Ninjago is of course a LEGO theme, so its main merchandise is obviously the many LEGO sets produced every year. But that doesn't mean LEGO hasn't tried to slap the ninjas' faces onto anything they can to make a quick buck. Just look at this 100% real and officially licensed Ninjago movie fidget spinner. I really wish I were joking, but this was actually a product LEGO sold at a point in time. The only video footage I could find of this weird promotion on YouTube is from Just Too Good, which really just shows how many people cared about it. According to the Mantis man himself, this fidget spinner was only available at Legoland if you spent $50 on Ninjago sets. This small polybag was an obvious attempt by LEGO to cash in on the fidget spinner craze that I'm sure you all remember. Despite this polybag being a pretty lazy set, I'll give them some props for actually printing the ninjas' faces onto the tiles instead of just using stickers. That's more than what actual LEGO sets can say. If you really like those printed tiles, you can buy your own version of this polybag for the low price of $19.98 from eBay. That is $19.98 too much. And in typical eBay fashion, the shipping costs just as much as the item with a price of $16.98, along with an import charge of $12.62, bringing the cost of this Ninjago movie fidget spinner to a total of $49.58. Hey, I can justify buying these, but buying that fidget spinner is just out of the question. Those printed tiles do look pretty nice though, so maybe I don't need to eat for a week. We're not done with weird Ninjago polybags yet, as this thing exists. What in the world were LEGO thinking when they made this? The packaging is so strange with this weird cartoon child slapped onto a grey background. The polybag itself is equally as weird. Just like the last polybag, the only video footage I could find was from Just Too Good. This guy just can't catch a break. This bizarre polybag included a foam shuriken, some random black and red LEGO pieces, a set of Technic chopsticks, and a Lord Garblon cutout from the Ninjago movie, despite it not being branded under the movie. All these knickknacks included are meant to be used to play sort of mini-games like decapitating Garblon with a shuriken, and of course the most iconic Ninjago martial art, balancing a ball on a set of chopsticks. If only they'd included the green headband the kid wears in the packaging. Maybe then I would have shelled out the $7 plus $13 for shipping to buy this. I'm sure that we've all dressed up for Halloween. Maybe some of us even wore one of these. I'm assuming you didn't make it home in your claw gloves that night. I believe these official Ninjago Halloween costumes started back with Day of the Departed, which makes perfect sense as that special really was just their answer to Halloween. These costumes certainly range from quality to quality. Why is the site so small? At the end of last year, Amazon listed 4 new Ninjago costumes that confused like 5% of the Ninjago community. 2 different designs for Kai and Lloyd that we haven't seen used in the sets or the show before. The first 2 here really just look like the Legacy outfits but with a hood over the mask and a slightly different design. I actually like this costume design over the actual Legacy costumes because you would actually be able to fit through a door in one of these. The other 2 costumes are basically just the same as the last design, but missing the cool hood and now having a black candle-like armor slapped onto the chest. When these costumes were first discovered on Amazon, people immediately started to speculate that these designs could possibly be for the next wave of Legacy, or even the at the time untitled and unrevealed Season 15. Both were incorrect as Legacy died and well, these guys exist. I'm pretty sure that these 4 costumes are just Amazon mixing together some old materials to have something available for this year's Halloween. I mean hey, maybe these are actually official designs for the next season after crystallized. Nothing says Ninjago like childhood obesity, right? That's why LEGO decided to partner with McDonald's in order to promote the Ninjago movie. Not even plastering onto a Happy Meal could save it. For this promotion, every Ninjago movie branded Happy Meal would come with one of 8 toys. A green ninja style camera, a pair of glasses with 2 interchangeable headbands for either Lloyd or Nia, a green dragon periscope, a Master Wu secret message kit with decipherable pieces of paper, a selfie phone, a Ninjago movie decorated journal, a small plastic temple which, when unlocked, presents a puzzle, and of course a Ninjago movie branded cup. Just like what the LEGO movie and the LEGO Batman movie got. Unfortunately for us Europeans, these toys were only released in the United States and a few other countries. Guess I'm stuck drinking my sorrows out of this thing. To get the word out about these fantastic Happy Meal toys, 2 adverts are put together, and I'll just let you all watch the American one first before I make fun of it.
Whoa! I'd like to be a ninja, please. I'd save the day with grace and ease. I balance on the tips of leaves. Vanessa!
You can unleash the ninja in you with the goodness of milk and the epicness of one of these toys from the LEGO Ninjago movie rated PG and your McDonald's Happy Meal. Vanessa!
What did we just watch? Okay, the advert isn't that bad. The only thing that's really unforgivable is that for some reason Jay does not have his gloves on in the final shot, unlike all the other ninja. I know, it's very nitpicky, but stuff like this really annoys me. At least to make up for Jay's gloves, they made a pretty good reference to the show with this section for Vanessa, which is a really nice touch, and it certainly doesn't hurt that the theme song ain't that bad.
I'd like to be a ninja, please. I'd save the day with grace and ease.
Let's move that American advert out of the way as we move on to one from McDonald's, Ostrich. Okay, never mind, it's just Austria. Wait, country in Europe? How come these guys got the Ninjago Happy Meals when we didn't? This is total bullshit.
Befrei den Ninja in dir. Mit Lego Ninjago im Happy Meal.
Okay, that advert was definitely the one with the bigger budget. It actually looks like the movie's animation, unlike whatever the last one was. I can't wait for this image to be used out of context. We're not quite out of the Ninjago movie territory yet, as Target held a Ninjago movie themed scavenger hunt that gave away this Ninjago movie comic book, supposedly being published by DC. Can't wait to see Zack Snyder's version of the Ninjago movie. From what I can tell, the comic is basically just a short story with the ninja training and then having a small fight against some of Garmadon's fish army. I can also tell that absolutely nobody cared about this comic because there are so many inconsistencies. In this panel, Lady Iron Dragon is red instead of the usual silver. Throughout the entire comic, Cole has sleeves, but I'm clearly not having them in the movie. And just like the McDonald's advert, Jay doesn't have his gloves. And neither did the rest of the ninja. The ninja's masks also randomly change between panels, with some showing the ninja in the accurate movie design, or some show them using the Heads of Time design. Let's return back to the show with a spotlight on a very famous card from the European exclusive trading card game. It's DigiZane, you all saw this coming. This card is pretty infamous. I remember back when it first leaked online and people were so confused. This figure was nowhere in the sets or the actual season. So what was the deal with DigiZane? DigiZane was actually on quite a few different cards. A lot of people have said that this was a scrapped idea from the season, but I'm fairly certain that it was merely just Blue Ocean, the producers of the cards, making an unofficial DigiZane to have a complete set of Digi-Ninja. The actual design for this figure is actually really good. It features arm printing and even a dual molded arm. They even gave Zane his own special controller piece. No wonder LEGO never made this because it makes all the other Digi-Ninja look so plain in comparison. You may have seen DigiZane coming, but I bet this copy of the movie Hall Pass from 2011 featuring Jason Stakes and Owen Wilson that you won't be able to guess our last topic. Copyright free drumroll please. We're going to be taking a look at Ninjago DVD covers. I swear I haven't gone insane. I'm actually the proud owner of quite a few Ninjago DVDs, including the pilots, an entire box set featuring Season 1 and Season 2, the second half of Rebooted, and this. Unfortunately, I did write a box set, movie, and Rebooted DVDs pre-owned, which is pretty obvious when you look at the Rebooted case. And for some reason my Rebooted copy came in a sheet of stickers in this Woo Crew poster. From what I could gather, they released DVDs in English up until Season 8, with Season 9 and up to Seabound only being available in Germany. Why they did this, I don't know. My only thought is that maybe they just figured that streaming was the better option. Or they just wanted to be cheap. Alright, enough talking about my own collection and the weird release of the DVDs. Time to take a look at those sweet covers. What in the world am I looking at? There is so much wrong with this cover I don't even know where to begin. The background is from Day of the Departed, Pioneer from Heads of Time, and are for some reason fighting Naricon, while Pilot, Zane and Cole are just slapped on top. The top of the box does say that it's for Season 1 to Season 7, but come on, they could have made a way better cover. Now Season 6 knew how to make a set of covers. The first half of this season displayed Jay and his ninja replacement team, while the second DVD showcased Nauticon and Sky Pirates. The only thing wrong about these covers is that they mistakenly have Skybound labeled as Season 5, instead of the accurate Season 6. But I think we can let that slide because of how cool these covers are. This one Heads of Time DVD isn't anywhere near as bad as the first one we looked at. It only has a minor problem of using a render of Skybound Kai instead of his Heads of Time appearance. Clearly changing to a Germany exclusive didn't help in making better covers. This March of the Only DVD is so lazy. They literally just grabbed a bunch of PNGs and stuck them onto a vague Ninjago background and call it a day. But no matter what the DVD covers for the show gets wrong, they'll never, ever be as bad as this. I know nobody cared for the movie, but they could have at least tried with the cover. Absolutely nothing works here. The only ninja doesn't look completely out of place here is Lloyd. Cole is just floating here in the background along with Zane and Nia, while Kai is awkwardly behind Lloyd, and don't even get me started on Jay, who I know the movie's mistreatment for Jay end. Our final DVD will actually be the one that I own, and it is somehow even worse than the last one. You would think that for the Blu-ray that they would put a little more effort in. Once again, even another case of that floating character syndrome, which is especially strange, as there is already a poster they could have reused which featured all the ninja actually looking like they belong. I guess they did end up putting a little more effort in after all. At least this cover decided to include Sensei Wu. In the top left corner is a tiny PNG of course. They even continued this onto the back. They really made sure to pay attention to all the little details for this one. Especially since they just reused the ninja renders from the last cover, along with even shoving Jay in the bottom right again. Why must they continue to hurt me this way? The only Team Ninja not reusing a render here are Lloyd and Nia. Lloyd is basically the same as used in that previous poster, and for Nia they use that godforsaken Be Water render. The way the ninja are just lazily slapped onto the box isn't the only thing wrong with the front cover. It just straight up lies about the movie. I think that's all the weird and bizarre Ninjago media that I can endure for one day, and I'm fairly certain I've covered it all. Oh motherfuck.